Welcome to the Bitcoin Transition. Bitcoin Essentials Course Module 1 Lesson 3. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This course is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Pause the video here if you'd like to read the full disclaimer in detail. Understanding inflation. Inflation is the erosion of your money's purchasing power over time. Imagine you worked all week and earned £1,000 or dollars. You set that aside, hoping to use it in a year to buy the same groceries, fuel, and essentials you can buy today. But next year, you return to the store, and those same groceries now cost £1,100 or dollars. That's inflation. Your money didn't lose weight. It didn't disappear. It just buys you less. And when that happens, your time and energy are being devalued. Because money is a placeholder for time. You traded hours of your life for that money. Inflation means those hours are now worth less than when you worked them. That's not just unfair, it's systemic theft. Why does this happen? The answer is deceptively simple. Governments and central banks create more money without creating more value. Let's say an economy is like a small island with 10 coconuts and 10 gold coins. 1 coconut equals 1 coin. That's the natural price, based on supply and demand. Now imagine the island mints 10 more coins, but still only has 10 coconuts. Suddenly, each coconut now costs 2 coins, because there's more money chasing the same amount of goods. That's inflation. And it's not caused by the coconut growers. It's caused by the people controlling the money printer. Now zoom out to the real world. In 2020 alone, over 40% of all US dollars in existence were printed. Did we get 40% more energy, homes, food, or clean water? No. But we got 40% more dollars. That's why prices are going up. Not because things are more valuable, but because your money is worth less. This also happened across all other countries, not just the United States. Inflation isn't just annoying. It destroys long-term planning. It punishes savers, those who delay gratification and live responsibly. It erodes pensions and fixed incomes, especially for the elderly. It forces people to gamble, putting their savings into risky stocks, property, or speculative assets just to outpace inflation. And worst of all, it creates a mindset of short-term thinking. Why save money when it's melting like ice in the sun? Why plan for the future when the rules keep changing? Inflation turns a society of builders and stewards into a culture of speculators and debtors. If you're finding this helpful, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. It might seem small, but every like, comment, and subscriber helps boost the algorithm and spread this message further. Everything here is shared freely, with the hope of bringing more peace and prosperity to the world through Bitcoin education. Your support truly makes a difference. Now, here's the twist. Inflation isn't just some unfortunate side effect. It's the plan. Governments and central banks need inflation to survive. Why? Because the entire system is built on debt. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve or the Bank of England, hold government bonds as their core assets. These bonds are basically IOUs, promises that governments will pay back borrowed money with interest. But here's the problem. Most of that debt is so large it can never realistically be paid back. So instead, governments inflate the debt away. They print more money, devalue the currency, and pay the debt back in cheaper pounds or dollars. It's like borrowing a bottle of wine and repaying with vinegar. Technically, you gave something back, but it's not worth the same. That's why central banks fear deflation, falling prices. Because deflation makes debt more expensive to repay. And since they've built an entire economy on cheap credit and easy money, they'll do anything to keep the inflation wheel spinning. Even if it means sacrificing your savings, your wages, and your future stability. This is the problem with fiat currencies. It has no brakes, no hard limit, no respect for your time or effort. It can be printed at will by people who suffer no consequences for devaluing your work. You play by the rules. They change the rules. And the result is a world drowning in debt, inequality, and disillusionment. But what if we had a form of money that no one could print? What if you could save in something that respects your effort instead of eroding it? That's what Bitcoin offers. If you're finding this valuable, you'll love the full Bitcoin Essentials course, completely free, over at thebitcointransition.org. Inside, you'll get structured lessons, downloadable resources, bonus content, and everything you need to start living on a Bitcoin standard. Head to thebitcointransition.org and get started today for free.